What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Dope Life Podcast, the dopest podcast ever. And I'm, of course, your host, Coach AJ, Dope Life Coach, the dopest life coach ever. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you never miss another episode. And if you could be also wonderful and dope and leave us a rating and review so our podcast can reach out to more people just like yourselves, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Now, before we go ahead and we get into it, we are just going to take 3 deep breaths, just got to like cleanse the air and let the good energy come in. So yeah, I invite you to close down your eyes. But as always, if you are driving, please keep your eyes on the road. So let's go ahead. I invite you to close down your eyes if you feel so comfortable. If not, you keep your eyes open. We're going to take 3 deep breaths in through our nostrils, out through our mouth, side out. Through our nostrils, out through our mouth, side out. One more time, in through our nostrils, out through our mouth, side out. Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to thank you so much for tuning in for another Dope Life podcast. And today we're going to be talking about how to no longer be comparing ourselves to others, comparing our lives, looking at people's 30-second highlight reels, looking at other people's lives and comparing ours to theirs, because it could quite be detrimental by us doing that, because, we could be looking at their lives, not knowing what they've done to get to where they are. And then we could also be diminishing all the hard work that we've done, those stuff that we have to be grateful for. So just a quick study. In one study I researched, 87% of women and 65% of men have said that they compare their bodies to those they saw when consuming social media or traditional media. Didn't really say so much like the age group, but it really kind of like touches based on how many of us may not intentionally, but sometimes unintentionally, just the way our brains kind of map now, look at what another person may have versus focusing on what we do have. Now, like, how can you overcome this comparison trap? So remind yourself that you're looking at someone's 30-second highlight reel. Like, basically, someone's just compiling all the great footages. I've done it many times myself when it comes to making content. They're not showing the outtakes. They're not showing the grind. They're not showing the hustle. They're just showing like a very quick highlight reel for social media. And very easily and very quickly, we could take that and be like, well, damn, I'm not traveling. Well, damn, I'm not doing that. Well, damn. But like, what if there's something in your life that they would want to do and you're doing it, but you just don't have a 30-second highlight reel? Number 2, show gratitude, heavy. And I touched base on this earlier, but it's very important for you to show gratitude for the stuff that you do have, because you probably have a lot of great things to be grateful for. You probably have a lot of amazing qualities, but because we're comparing our lives to others, we're kind of stuck in that comparison trap. We tend to forget sometimes. So definitely show the gratitude to the stuff that you do have and show it, if not daily, definitely daily. Number 3, and I do this as often as needed, depending. I reset my social media feed. So if you're on TikTok, Instagram, even YouTube, Facebook, they all allow you to reset your feed. So if you find that certain content is kind of triggering you or upsetting you or bringing on the sense of comparison, where you constantly compare, then by all means, definitely refresh your feed. Refresh it and tailor to what it is that you're actually trying to gain more knowledge in, or something that actually makes you feel good. And the last one is have boundaries when it comes to where social media or content or movies or television shows that allow you to, traditional content perhaps, that makes you feel like you need to compare. All right. Like, one thing that I love about certain apps, specifically on iPhone, I'm pretty sure Android would have it as well, where you can set daily timers, daily reminders to get off that app. So for example, on my Instagram, I'm allowed 1 to 2 hours a day of Instagram. On TikTok, same thing. Once it gets to that point, I'm done. I cannot use it until it replenishes itself within, I think it's 24 hours or so. So by the time, or is it less? But usually it's by the time I wake up the next morning, I got 1 to 2 hours again. Another great tool to kind of like, diminish the comparison is to have the capability to self-reflect often. Your thoughts, your feelings, motivations, these things will help you reduce the sense of like, I need to have what that person's having because it looks better, it feels better, it seems like it's better. And having those moments of reflection, practicing mindfulness, this helps your strengths and also your weaknesses. Like because you're now more aware of what maybe some parts of your life you need to pick up a bit more. And not to mention your self-awareness, it will help you become more present in the present moment. And ultimately, like taking these steps can help you be more of your authentic self and live more your authentic self and want to like achieve that more and explore that and enjoy that journey. So for recap, we talked about, how to kind of diminish and stop comparing ourselves, our lives to others. And yes, we really did touch base on social media. There's other obstacles as well you may face, whether it's personal or professional. But let's face it, a lot of us are comparing our lives to, on social media, whether it's the holidays, whether it's just regular days, whatever the case. So this is a great way for you to take these steps and to also add it into your own life. Maybe you're not realizing that you're comparing yourself as much. And I just went through the 4 and you're probably like, oh yeah, maybe refreshing your feed may be a good idea. Or maybe the gratitude piece may be something that you want to try. But I hope you truly enjoyed this episode. And as always, if you don't mind, take a screenshot of this episode, whether you're on Apple, YouTube, or Spotify, of course, and just tag me in it. You could use my personal coach account, which is the at @DopeLifeCoach_, or you can use the podcast account, which is at @DopeLifePod. And we greatly appreciate all that extra support. And you know what? I will see you next week for another episode. As always, walk with peace and love.